What's going on, guys? So just really quick before we get into the video, I do want to say a couple things. Lately I have been a little bit under the weather. I do apologize about that because I feel like it is affecting the quality of the videos that I am going to be uploading. I'm a lot better now, so you can expect me to be back to my normal self, but in this episode especially, you can kind of see it towards the middle of the video. Just kind of me starting to slow down, slur a few words, get a little quiet, and I do apologize about that. I never want that because I just feel like it ruins the content as a whole. So I can promise you now, I've gotten plenty of sleep, drank probably half the water in my fridge, and taken a shit ton of drugs. So I am completely good to go again, and regular content will resume from here basically. But I just do want to apologize. Like I said, I just feel like it is affecting the way that the people will view this video. And I've got a few other things to explain that will be in the video that when I recorded it, I did manage to put that in. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I will basically see you tomorrow with regular, normal content where I don't sound like a complete retard. Yo guys, what's going on today? And welcome back to City Skylines. And I am a complete fuck up. I don't know if this is on me, or if the game just kind of decided, you know what, I don't really want to work right anymore. But at the end of the day, the save file is just gone. I don't know if you did watch, but last time this was different. We had a ton of roads up here, and we had extended out this way, and now my computer's lagging as well. It's just off to a very, very good start. So between the fact that I didn't have enough things to do last episode, and now all of that stuff is gone as well, making last episode essentially pointless. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to redo everything that was over here to the best of my ability, and just do that either off camera. I might speed it up, I'm not really sure, but I'm going to redo all of this and then pick up the episode once I've sort of fixed everything that's missing as of right now. One thing that is a little bit weird is the fact that I'm out of, well, not out of money, but I didn't have as much money as I had at the beginning of last episode, which is honestly kind of weird. I believe at the beginning of last episode I had 70 grand, I've only got 58 now. I mean, I can still do everything I need to because of the fact that an oil power plant costs 50,000, so there's no problems with that. It's just I'm missing like 10 grand, which is a little bit strange, but nothing I can do about that now. So I'm going to go ahead and fix everything that is missing and be back with you shortly.
As I wake up every morning, I wish the day would end, because a day without you in my life, I don't know how to mend. And I was like, eh, 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 oh, 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 oh. You were like, eh, 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 no, oh, no, oh. I was like, eh, 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 oh, 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 oh. You were like, eh, 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 no, oh, no, oh. Come on, let's rewind till I smile, that look upon your face. My heart is empty and unguided, a blind leading chase. Thought I had a plan with you and me. Was the villain of my own dream, breaking me down to my knees. Right at the mirror, wondering if I'll be okay. My head is telling me nothing, it's got nothing left to say. And was like, eh, 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 eh. Oh, 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 oh. You were like, eh, 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 eh. No, oh, no, oh. I was like, eh, 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 eh. Oh, 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 oh. You were like, eh, 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 eh. No, oh, no, oh. Come on, let's rewind till I smile. That look upon your face. My heart is empty and unguided. I'm blind leading chase. I thought I had a plan.
Alright, so with that actually finished now, to the point where it's not 100% back to where it was. I think what we had before worked out a little bit better, but this is close. This is genuinely close, so I'm gonna say that's good enough for now. I'll make sure that this is saved next time, and this is not gonna happen again. But coming into this episode now, we've got a few things that do need doing as of right now, because I mean, this is a series. This is supposed to be done sooner than later, and that was a bit of a setback, but I can work past that. So basically, right now, what I do want to achieve by the end of this episode, as one of the main things, is to grow out the city onto the other side. Because as of right now, this is good, but I've run out of space. I'm at the limit over here, I'm at the limit over here, and there's an ocean over there. So I'm gonna grow out the city to that side. Now with that expansion, that doesn't leave a whole lot of roads going across the city like this that are high capacity, so that's going to be something that we do need to do, which is road expansions. I'm thinking maybe this central road right here should be upgraded to a much bigger road. Maybe not a 6-lane, but something along the lines of a 4-lane, or like a high capacity 5-lane or something like that, just to be able to sort of get that better. And then a few other little things are, I want to increase land value a little bit more, and like putting down more parks and making sure that the right side has high land value, and also try and get rid of this whole polluted water area by replacing the raw sewage dumps with the more filtered down versions of all that. So we're going to get going on that. So I think my best plan of option would be to obviously pause, but I think the first thing that we should do at least is get rid of all of these. Now unfortunately a lot of houses are going to be lost in this process, but this is going to be more than worth it because of the fact that when you really look at it, there's no big, like, main road going from the highway entrance to anywhere. And highway are... Ooh, that's a school. That's going to be difficult to replace. Alright, I might have to just leave that road there as a bit of a funnel down. We'll see if that becomes an issue. If it does, I suppose I'm just going to have to tear it down anyways. But I'm really hoping that's not too big of a problem. Because when I don't really want, I have the funds, I could move that, but I don't really want to, because there's no real reason to just go off and destroy the school. So there's that finished almost instantly. I don't really need to improve this because I'm not building up here yet, so that's not gonna lead anywhere other than just another way turning left, and really there's not a whole lot of traffic going over that. So I think that should handle quite a lot. That sort of offers a way to go off of the highway and use high capacity roads all the way in to the industrial zone, because that's where the majority of traffic goes. So really I think having that sort of avenue of constant high capacity road will sort of keep some of that traffic moving and try our very best to prevent big huge pile-ups, because that's just not ideal. So now, for more speeding up, I'm going to start building sort of just like a very standard little subdivision, I guess, on this other side. It's not going to be high capacity roads, it'll be probably just little tiny, like maybe this or a bit of that. I'm not really sure right now, But I'm going to be building something about that sized right in here on the other side, just to begin the expansion over there. Once I've done that, I'll bring it back to normal speed, and we'll start working on the more technical little things. So I'll see you guys when that is finished.
Okay, it's rap pack to my pulse flat. We keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling.
Okay, now that that's finished pretty easily, I think what's in demand right now is obviously housing as of right now. So what we're gonna do is obviously hook up a bit of this here, because we're gonna need water. Cities somewhat rely on that. People do as well. So there's water finished. So we'll zone up the first 2 things as residential there. Then we're gonna need a bus line running into there as well, because that's gonna be a new area of the city that people will be moving into. So I'm gonna need a bus line out to there. We'll start the line about right there on top of this stop. If I can create a new line, there we go. There's that finished. Now I do need to achieve, I think it's 7,500 until I can get the good stuff. Oh, I'm really close actually. That is good, because I do need the high density apartments to start building the city a little bit quicker and achieve that goal of, I believe, 50,000 that I set for myself earlier, to be able to finish this series. And so those high density apartments will obviously help me with that in a huge way. But until then, it's going to be stuck down to little houses. But I'm getting very close. I just need another like 250 people to move in here with this little demand train, and then I can fill these in with either high class businesses or the high density residential, obviously. So I'm going to begin now a bit of schooling here, because people will be living here, quite obviously, and so we're gonna need schools for when they move in. And yeah, so let's just start with that. We'll get an elementary school down there, and then as far as high school goes, apparently that didn't go over from the save either, so that's pretty pointless. We're gonna need a high school then as well. So I'll place a high school here, and I'm out of money. Rio police station would be a good start as well. Actually, I don't really need one of those. What about a fire station though? I do need one of those. How much does the fire headquarters cost? 60 grand. That's just not gonna happen. There we go. Actually, no, it might happen. That's way too expensive. Never mind. We'll place another one of those down there. But we're also gonna need one out here as well, so we'll place that there just to, one, also link up the power grid to there. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, never mind on that. But we'll start building apartments here as demand comes through. There's not a whole lot of demand for anything right now, but the little tiny bits that are there are residential, so we're gonna have to go with that for now. But yeah, we've got the high school out here. We've got the elementary school there. There is a bit of a power grid problem. People are building into this though, so not too long until the power grid does get connected. I just need someone to build right there. Or like right here, or just somewhere close. We're getting a few apartments in now, which is finally a good thing. But until people begin to build, I can't really get my high school up and running quite yet, which is an issue. But now, as you can see, bit of demand for that, and that's only going to go up. So I think I'm actually going to do just that really quick and hope that maybe some will build there. Yes, no, wishful thinking. Hey, it worked out, kind of. I'll take it. So from there, a bit more demands going up as well, which is good. So we're gonna zone this up as residential once more as well, and then we need to start worrying about like land value and such, because that is just not good, like, at all as of right now. So let's go ahead and start placing down some parks. Maybe not those parks. These, I can afford these as well, so we'll go with one of those there. And then we're gonna need some parks out here. Now I do want to try and minimize the amount of damage that I do to a neighborhood by like trying to find one place that'll only eliminate one building from the area when I place down one of these. So for instance, like there, I can afford to put one down there, and then coming out here, I can afford to put one down there. And going over here now, I think that will do right there. And going over here, that will work right there as well. So now I've kind of started to open up a few little bits and pieces of land value right there. It's obviously not going to improve like overnight, but the parks do help. Land value has risen quite a lot right in here, and land value is getting to be mediocre over here. Could be a lot better though. Now there's more demand for that as well, so we'll put down that. Now the big thing that does improve land value quite massively would be a big, like, attraction of some type, not necessarily just parks. So I think we should splurge on something kind of bigger, because that does pay off in the future. How about this building? It's pretty clear that this side is going to be sort of more of the built up area, so a skyscraper of some type will help a little bit. So that's kind of, I'm hoping that'll drive up land value around here, which it will. So the key thing is to try and put land value on the high density residential areas to go up a lot more quickly, because that way they upgrade quicker and in turn will become bigger buildings in the future a lot quicker as well. So by having a high land value around them sort of helps it out a lot more in the future, obviously. So we're also just going to place down a little park right there, just to even, there you go. That's bright blue. So these guys are going to upgrade pretty quickly from here. So now there's quite a bit of demand for these, so we're going to put that higher as well. And there's just a rocket that is going to need to go. I guess we're out of, no? Yeah, there goes that industrial demand. Never mind. So that's the first unique building that we actually put down, which is a CBC tower, I believe. Something like that. I could really check, to be honest, by just clicking on the damn thing. Yeah, the Madison Radio Canada Tower. I'm not really sure where that's actually located, but I do know the TV channel that it is. But, yeah, it's the first thing, and it's driven up a lot of land value, which is nice. So that's always a good thing. So now we're gonna just zone up a bit more residential as well. Get high land value residential going in now as well, which is always a good thing. Now, as far as proper public transit goes, oh, there's also a water system failure or something over here. Oh, we're out of water again. Alright, well that's not too big of an issue. I can still just hook that up like that and we'll be good. But as far as, where was I? Public transit goes, I can start putting down trams, which is unnecessarily expensive but kind of cool to look at. But the more effective thing would be to begin putting down a metro system. Now, for instance here, we can put down a metro system right about, ooh, can I squeeze it in there? I can. Okay, so we'll put down a metro system thing right there, and we'll just find something easy to put down. Chester Station, why not? And we'll put one down over here as well. And we're just gonna hook that up really quick. Now this is kind of expensive, but I'm thinking something that goes across town with like super high amounts of ease as opposed to taking bus upon bus upon bus is gonna be something that people will use quite often. So I'm thinking that will be more than worth it, just because of the fact that it's like the most high density area of the city to the place where everyone works, kind of. So I'm thinking that's kind of the best option as of right now. Okay, there's apparently a policing problem because of the fact that this is high density. So we're gonna just plop down a police station right there, just to get patrols a little bit higher, because police is quite thinly spread. There's a police station there and a kiosk over there, but other than that, not a whole lot. So I think it's about time that we put down another police station of some type. So we've got another police station down there, which is going to solve that. As far as healthcare goes as well, we're going to need a bigger hospital. That's definitely going to be needed, because a lot of people are going to be moving in very quickly, and quite frankly the little medical clinics on both sides of the cities just aren't going to cut it at all. So we're gonna go for probably this, which is gonna be $65,000 that I don't exactly want to spend, but we really do require spending that much money, just because of the fact that at the end of the day, if we don't, people are going to be sick, and that's going to drive down happiness, and then it's going to pile up death care, and it's just going to create a whole lot of problems that I don't want to go off and deal with later. So I might as well just deal with it now and be done with it. So we've got the hospital there. Now I'm just going to make another block going out this way. To just go out this way here. That's where I'm going to place this hospital, just because I don't want it. Okay, that's a pain in the ass. We'll just do this then. So there's the big hospital right there. That should drive up the health levels quite a lot, I think. There's still a few red houses in this area, which I would like to see turned into a blue. Like, for instance, there we go. So that has done quite a lot to improve that situation. So we'll start adding a few more blocks as well, just because, I mean, at the end of the day, there's demand, and quite a decent amount of it as well, so I might as well try and capitalize on that. And once I get this finished here, we'll just zone up all of that. That still has water, except for out here. There's that done. So once people begin to build in here, just while I have the time, I'm going to place down another park of some type. Here, have a whatever this is. And you guys can have a... maybe you won't be able to have one of these. Actually, yeah, we'll just put it there. So there's that finished very quickly. So once people build up this, and we'll make sure this is all running, I'm just going to end the episode there. But as far as I'm concerned, this was a very productive episode. We've already got some high density residential and all that starting to build up now, which is going to be good. And it's kind of out of the way of the rest of the city, so all of these people will be kind of confined to clogging up just this area, and there's plenty of entrances and exits for them to all get out of. Now, having this here is going to be a mild pain in the ass, I think, just because you can already see this is beginning to back up a little bit, and that's due to the fact that now there's a huge amount of traffic coming in to there, and I just don't know if that's going to be a good thing or not. Oh, Okay, we've just gotten even more stuff now. Alright, fair enough. But see, like, that was... These just do so much for the growth of a city just because of the fact that so many people can move in the masses almost instantly. And I reckon right around in here is equal to, like, probably half of the city built up in just, like, this 6-block area. So this will be a much needed boost to the rest of the city and the economy as well. As you can see, that hospital's already paid for itself. So yeah, I'm just gonna end the episode there. If you did enjoy the video today, please do drop a like rating. I do apologize about one thing I'm just gonna touch on before I do end the video. Last video, I rented it in 1080p, and for some reason it ended up uploading at about 240 for some reason. I really don't know what's going on there. I do apologize about that. I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. If it does, I'll have to look into why, because I'm hoping this is just a one-time thing that won't happen again. But if you did enjoy the video, please do drop a like rating. It does boost morale for me, I suppose. And hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification thing to make sure that this is uploaded to your sub box and you're the first to know about me uploading. And yeah, we're going to continue this. I will build out a lot, and I'll make sure that everything is working 100% fine. I've been a little bit under the weather since last video, so I do apologize if I do sound a bit off or it just doesn't feel the same right now. I'll be back hopefully by tomorrow. If there isn't one, I'll let you guys know through like posting a quick video just telling you that it won't. And I do have a ton of stock video footage of a different game that I can easily edit down in like 15 minutes, and I might just say, hey, this isn't happening for the cities today, I'll have one out tomorrow, something like. You guys will know if you are looking forward to the next video, because I know there are a handful of people that do actively actually watch this video. So yeah, do drop a like rating, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you tomorrow.